Hello there, my name is Ben Chapman and welcome to Smackdown on Fox, episode 9 of my Total Extreme Wrestling 2020 save. And we are here, Smackdown after Summerslam, in Campus Field, 9,262 people filling the venue. We start off with 4 promos on the Titantron, starting with Jeff Hardy, who talks about he wasn't on SummerSlam last night, but tonight he is facing AJ Styles, and he is going to use this to try and rocket himself back up the card to where he belongs. He is looking for the Universal Championship sooner rather than later. Second promo is Big E, who comes out going like, I'm the going on 2-time Intercontinental Champion. This is a new start for me. This isn't the New Day Big E. This isn't Big E Langston. This is a tough son of a bitch who's going to not let anybody come in the way of his title. Then get AJ, who's saying that about, yeah, did I lose last night to Big E? Yes, I did. But was it a bit of a fluke, and do I probably deserve a rematch? Absolutely. Finally, Daniel Bryan comes out and goes, I wasn't on SummerSlam last night, because I didn't deserve to be. I didn't do anything for the last few months. But I need to know that my position in this company is still valued. I am still one of the top wrestlers in this company. And over the next week, I am going to prove that once again. 100 for 4 great promos. And we'll go straight into another 100 rated segment, which sees The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Alexa Bliss in the Firefly Funhouse celebrating the victory of the Universal title. Pretty much it's The Fiend, it's Mr. Rogers Bray with his blue belt, and he's going on about how, yes, I am the Universal Champion once again, with Alexa Bliss on his arm for it. He also tells Alexa Bliss that she needs to be at Smackdown today. She needs to stay unsuspicious. Almost as if the rest of Smackdown don't watch the show. It's pretty much to say, so she needs to go to Smackdown. And our opening match of the night, I believe, is next. And we get a tag team match as the tag team champions of Cesaro and Nakamura take on the Forgotten Sons of Blake and Cutler. Because, I don't really want to use the third one right now. I don't really want to use Jackson Riker because controversy and all that. And Nakamura and Cesaro obviously win. 750, Cesaro makes Cutler tap out to a sharpshooter. Gets a 72 rating, pretty decent match. Nakamura miles and away the best with an 88 rating, phenomenal. The Forgotten Sons in the high 60s. And after the match, big segment. Wesley Blake got damaged Achilles tendon in this match as well, actually. Big segment after the match. Please load. As the debut of the Motor City Machine Guns come in and attack Cesaro and Nakamura. I told you after SummerSlam I was going big with changes. Motor City Machine Guns come in, attack Nakamura and Cesaro, including hitting Made in Detroit on Cesaro. Commentators put them over as a massive deal. They got great gimmicks, hoping the crowd know who they are, because this could be a great run for them. It's their first run in WWE. Shelley had like one match with Kushida in NXT, but now he's going as the Motor City Machine Guns. 91 segment of their debut. Next up, we get a women's match, as Tenille Dashwood defeats Lacey Evans with the Roaring Elbow. So it was quite a straightforward match, puts over Tenille as a strong contender, because let's be honest, in her last run, she was not put over as a strong contender in the slightest as Emma, but this isn't Emma, this is Tenille. Are they being presented as two different people? No, because everyone knows it's Emma. But this is supposed to be a rebranding for her. It's a 71 rating. And after that, we go backstage to where Nikki Cross finds Alexa Bliss. And Nikki Cross is a bit like, Alexa, what's going on? We're starting because Nikki Cross is still a babyface. Alexa is definitely not a babyface in this storyline. And Nikki's just like, and Alexa just tries to brush it off like, no, everything's fine. What do you mean? Nothing's wrong. Everything's absolutely perfect. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just completely disingenuous about it. It's a 90 rating because they're both great promos. And I think a story like this, these two could do very, very well. And going to another women's segment. As this time it's a tag team match, as the former tag team champions Sasha Banks and Bayley take on Carmella and Dana Brooke. When Bayley pins Dana Brooke with a Bayley to belly suplex. Banks was the best performer in the match. Bayley was the weakest actually, which is interesting. But gets a 78 rating. Decent match between these four women. And our post-match segment sees Banks and Bayley load. Oh, maybe a bit later they've got that segment. Okay, we've got a 6-man tag next. With a bit of high flyers as Bandido, Gran, Metalik and Lince Dorado take on Sheamus, The Miz and John Morrison. And once again it's Bandido who picks up the win with the Revolution Fly. Pretty good win for the Lucha team. Of course, we're still waiting for Flamita and Kalisto to be back from injury. Should be good. Bandido benefited from groundswell public support, so it's nice to know that the crowd are starting to get behind him, even if the ratings aren't. There's the Sasha Banks and Bayley segment, as they're saying they want their rematch at Payback. They want to go for the tag team titles again at Payback. They're fed up. They are the role models of this division. They deserve to have all the titles. But Bayley for Banks looks a bit odd because obviously Banks doesn't have any titles now, mainly because of Bayley. Gets an 86 rating. Phenomenal segment. First of our two NXT debuts for Smackdown, and it's Tommaso Ciampa. Gets called up to face Elias on his debut, and he beats Elias with Project Ciampa 2, which is the bridging Fujiwara. Pretty simple match, goes 8 minutes. Designed to really get Ciampa over as a strong threat for the main roster, because I want him to be in the upper mid card to the main event straight away. And speaking of threats, different type of debut next. Booker T comes to the ring, because Booker T says that he is going to introduce the second debutant on SmackDown today, Dominic Dijakovic, or Donovan Dijak, whichever you want to call him. And Dijakovic comes to the ring, and the interview starts fine, and then Dijakovic just snaps. And halfway through the interview, he just lays out Booker T with a lariat before going to the top rope and doing a Phoenix splash. Because, Dijakovic can just do that, which is ridiculous. Dijakovic lays out Booker T and leaves him completely on the floor. It's a 90 rated segment. And the main event match of today sees Jeff Hardy defeat AJ Styles with a Swanton Bomb in just under 14 minutes. Styles got a better rating slightly with a 90 over an 88, but it's really close. The match gets an 89, which is a great match. And after the match, The Fiend comes out. The lights cut out on Jeff Hardy in the ring, and The Fiend is there. He hits the mandible claw on Jeff, goes for Sister Abigail, and locks on the mandible claw again, and is literally lying on top of Jeff as the show goes off the air. Gets a 100 to end the show, and what do we get overall for the show? With an 89 main event match, a 100 main event segment. Is this better than this week's Raw? No, it's not, unfortunately. Raw did get slightly better with the 94 compared to this Smackdown's 91. So I've been Ben Chapman. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're new around here, please do subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you that does. And that was Smackdown. A few more weeks till Payback now. Bye.